issue, we have taken this identity politics, basically, which obviously has been covered, but we wanted to dedicate an entire issue to different identities that are at play in the current elections, which obviously 5 states are poll bound. We decided to go with an image after a lot of trial and errors with this image of Matrix from that film, which I think I keep returning to because we always speak about caste matrix and this matrix and that matrix. And so the matrix image, we decided to work with these different identities like Kumaoni, then Muslim identity, Dalit, from Nagas, Kukis, and basically Sikhs also. So basically trying to get like all these different identities at play in a sort of a matrix, which obviously the direct reference came from that film with Keanu Reeves and Morpheus and all these characters. And there was this book that I was reading called Master and Margarita by this Russian guy called Mikhail Bulgakov. And the book is very interesting, like how we have been using different kinds of literature references in different issues. Like we used Orwell and we used Rebecca Solnit's reference to Orwell's Roses in one of the issues. Here we decided to go with this one quote, "No ID, no person." And the book itself is very interesting in the current political context, because in the book there is this, there's a direct reference to Stalin and Bulgakov's relationship with Stalin, and basically about this increasing government control, the whole concept of God and the devil. And right now in India we also see these religious references, and there's this whole direct thing about God's reference, religion's reference, and that's how the identities are being played out in the elections. We have very interesting stories. One is, one of my favorites is from Goa, and I was in Goa, and there's this fantastic writer, Maya Bhushan Nagvenkar, and I was in Goa for about 20 days, just roaming around to look for story ideas and kind of get a sense of what are the big questions in Goa. The question that bothered me was why Goa never had a strong regional party, despite the fact that Goa has such an interesting history. Goans were always complaining about their identity question, and there's this interesting party, Revolutionary Goans, which got the election commission registration and the symbol, which is a football, just last year, and they are the first ones to kind of do this identity question, which is like the Nisgoan. So I asked Maya Bhushan to write about that in the first issue, and our effort is to kind of get the smaller states which have not been really talked about in terms of what their stakes are, and these elections are very interesting, and that's why we decided to go with this matrix as the cover, because I think we're all part of this matrix where we don't know how to break this matrix, because that's what the film talks about.